Namaste. Hello friends, my name is Dr. Pranjal Chaure. I am a homeopath practicing in Nagpur since 2011. Welcome to my YouTube channel about homeopathic books. In the videos on this channel, you will learn about various homeopathic books on different subjects. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe it and press the bell icon. And also don't forget to share it with your friends. So let's start with today's topic. Friends, today's topic is homeopathic books on gastrointestinal disorders. The first book is The Food Tract, Its Ailments and Disease of the Peritoneum by Dr. A. L. Blackwood. Dr. A. L. Blackwood is a legendary American homeopath. He was a B.S. M.D., graduated from Hahnemann Medical College, Chicago in 1888. He attended New York Postgraduate School in 1889 and Johns Hopkins School in 1901. He practiced in Chicago, Illinois. He was Professor of General Medicine and Senior Professor of Physiology in Hahnemann Medical College, Chicago. Also an attending physician to the Hahnemann Hospital, Chicago. He was a member of American Institute of Homeopathy and Illinois State Homeopathic Society. He is the author of several books. The book was published in the year 1909. This book covers almost all diseases of the food tract and peritoneum, diseases of the stomach, diseases of the intestine and diseases of the peritoneum. In this book, the introduction, symptoms, diagnosis, prognosis, treatment with homeopathic remedies of particular disease is well explained. This book contains 359 pages. The next book is Dyspepsia and Gastric Ulcer by P. Josette. Dr. P. Josette or Dr. Pierre Josette was born in the year 1818 and died in the year 1910. He was a MD and was a French Orthodox physician who converted to homeopathy to become one of the founders and president of La Société Française de Homéopathie in 1889. It's a small booklet of just 40 pages. This part 1 of this book contains dyspepsia and its types, that is bradyspepsia, pituitary dyspepsia, flatulent dyspepsia, acid dyspepsia, Mars dyspepsia with homeopathic treatment and doses is well explained. In the part 2, gastric ulcer, definition, its different forms like common form, hemorrhagic form, latent form, morbid anatomy, etiology, diagnosis, prognosis and homeopathic treatment is explained. The next book is Colibacillosis, that is B. coli infection and its homeopathic treatment by Dr. Rajkumar Mukherjee. This book is compiled and translated from the original French and written by Dr. Rajkumar Mukherjee. The book was published in the year 1988. Dr. Rajkumar Mukherjee is LHMS and MA in French. The contents are Introduction, Colibacillosis and the Modern Life, the Bacterium coli, Colibacillinum, Anti-Colibacillary Serum of Vincent, the Psychic Symptoms of Colibacillary Infection, Treatment of Colibacilluria, Therapeutics Arms and General Plan of the Treatment of Colibacillosis and Supplements. The next book is Peptic Ulcer, Its Symptoms and the Homeopathic Management by Dr. Bonneroth. Peptic ulcer, its symptoms and the homeopathic management, Dr. Bonneroth, with homeopathic management with cancer of the stomach and stomatitis by Dr. Fortier Bernoulli and translated from French to English by Dr. Rajkumar Mukherjee. Dr. Bonneroth was a French homeopath. This is a practical handbook to the treatment of the ulcerative conditions of the stomach and duodenum, commonly known as the gastric and the duodenal ulcers. A whole lot of information on the symptomatology and the contributing factors have been presented in a relatively compact form. Therapeutics have been discussed under presenting complaints such as pain, vomiting, hemorrhage, etc. with clear-cut indications of each remedy. The author further cites case reports from own experience. A separate part on digestive tract cancers and management has also been discussed with special reference to the organic pathology. The next book is Indigestion, Its Cause and Cure by Dr. John H. Clark. John H. Clark, he was a British homeopath and the details about the author are given in the previous topics. This book was published in the year 1928. This book describes indigestion and its causes in brief and the homeopathic treatment of the various types of indigestion, highly illustrative case notes of homeopathic treatment of indigestion, recommendations for diet as well as a mathematica of the foremost indigestion remedies. After describing the normal process of digestion, the author also goes on to sketch the various deviations from the normal and to show how they may be avoided and how to cure. Few cases have been given for practical guidelines, such as treatment of indigestion with illustrative cases, diet in dyspepsia, short mathematica of indigestion with particular indications. The next book is Cholera, Diarrhea and Dysentery, Homeopathic Prevention and Cure by Dr. John H. Clark. Homeopathic details about the author has already been discussed in the previous topics. This book was published in the year 1893. Contents are in 3 parts. Part 1, Asiatic Cholera, which is divided into 4 chapters in which details about it are given. The part 2 is English Cholera and Diarrhea, has 4 chapters with details and treatment. And part 3 is Dysentery, its nature, prevention and treatment. Next book is Diarrhea and Dysentery by Dr. P.P. Wells. This is a very important book. Dr. P.P. Wells was a MD doctor. He was born in the year 1800 and died in the year 1880. Dr. P.P. Wells is also, the full name is Dr. Phineas Parkhurst Wells. He was a legendary American homeopath. He was the son of a doctor. He graduated in 1833 from Dartmouth Medical College. Dr. A.H. Oakey introduced him to homeopathy. Dr. William Wesselhoff introduced him to Dr. Constantine Hering in the year 1843. When meeting with Wells, Hering turned away his patients for the day, locked the door, and the two talked until 4 a.m., leaving Wells with the knowledge he sought from the great master. So you can see that Dr. Wells has learned from Dr. learned from Dr. Constantine Hering. Dr. Wells moved to Brooklyn and practiced Hahnemannian homeopathy until his death. Dr. Wells was one of the founders of American Institute of Homeopathy. Dr. Wells was also cured by Dr. Bonning-Hossain in 1859. So you can see there is a that Dr. Wells has met with Dr. Bonning-Hossain in the year 1859 and he was cured by Dr. Bonning-Hossain. In Dr. Wells also used Bonning-Hossain's method. Dr. Wells cured his close friend Dr. Carroll Dunham of diphtheria with the remedy Nux vomica. So Dr. Wells has cured Dr. Carroll Dunham. Dr. Wells was a preceptor to T.F. Allen and Stuart Close and a lifelong friend to Finke and Carroll Dunham and Jocelyn. Dr. Wells is responsible for the use of remedy Elianthus glandulosa, a well-known remedy for scarlatina. He was the co-editor of American Homeopathic Review from 1862 to 1866. This book includes detailed lectures on diarrhea and dysentery, repertory and homeopathic therapeutics of 104 remedies. The next book is Constipation, Catarrh and Phyocalocracy. This book is written by Alfred Heffenden. It's a small booklet of 21 pages, Phyocalocracy. So you might be wondering what is the meaning of Phyocalocracy. Its word meaning in Greek is phyo, that is I produce, kalos, that is beautiful, and kratos means power. The next book is Constipation and Diarrhea by Dr. P.H. Shah. He was a MRCS, LRCP and MF Homeopathy. The first edition was published in the year 1951. The contents are how the bowels work, constipation, diarrhea, treatment, force or persuasion, homeopathic treatment of constipation, diarrhea, epidemic diarrhea of children, cholera, dysentery and typhoid fever, mathematica. The next book is, it's a very important book. The next book is the Homeopathic Therapeutics of Diarrhea by James Bell. This is a very important book. Homeopathic Therapeutics of Diarrhea, James Bell. He was an MD doctor. Dysentery, cholera, cholera morbus, cholera infantum and all other loose evacuations of the bowels are well explained. Book was published in the year 1869. That was the first edition. James Batchelder Bell or J.B. Bell was an American homeopath. He was born on 21st February 1838 in USA. His father was a lawyer. He studied medicine with his uncle, Dr. William Bell. He graduated from the Homeopathic Medical College of Pennsylvania in 1859. The book is divided into 2 parts, Homeopathic Therapeutics and Remedies and their indication. The therapeutic part includes 141 remedies in alphabetical order. Under each remedy, stool aggravation, amelioration, before stool, during stool, after stool and accompaniments are given. Before the accompaniments, notes from the author's experience are also given. Second part is repertorial part, includes pathological names, characters of the stools, conditions of the stool, and of the accompanying symptoms. Accompaniments of the evacuations, general accompaniments. The special features are: symptoms are given in order of their importance, indicated with different font style. Rubrics are arranged in alphabetical order. Reference works also enumerated. There is also an index for therapeutics and repertory part given in the book. Clinical experience of 10 years and notes taken from the authentic work. A quick reference to the therapeutic part makes it useful. The next book is Digestive Drugs by Douglas Borland. Dr. Douglas Borland was born in the year 1885 and died in the year 1960. He was MB, CHB Glasgow and FF Homeopathy. He was a leading British homeopath in early 1900s. In 1908, he studied with Kent in England in Chicago. He brought Kentian homeopathy to England. The lectures on digestive drugs were given by D.M. Borland at the London Homeopathic Hospital in the year 1940. In approaching the subject, Dr. Borland took the drugs possessing a definite affinity for the digestive tract in their symptomatology and picked out the outstanding distinguishing points between them. The notes contain much valuable detail born of personal experience and manifest a wide knowledge of the subject. Total 45 medicines are discussed in the book. Hope you find this video useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.